Today I'm going to give you a proposal on how to reduce PayPal's customer support call volume. How many of you work in customer support or work with customer support people? Great. Oh, yes. Kurt, so what's your experience with customer support?
As a customer?
Oh, okay, great. That's great. It's always good to hear the experience of other. So I'd like to show you some data. I'm sorry, I think my machine hangs, not the clicker.
Hit escape and start it. Huh. You want to just turn it off and turn it back on?
I think so.
Maybe we should do table topics first.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
No,
let's do it.
let's give her a minute.
Okay.
We have over 1.7 million phone calls from worldwide. In North America alone, more than 1.1 million. Europe, more than 500K. That's a lot of phone calls.
In 1 month?
In 1 month, yes. These are actual data. Very interesting. How many people know how much it costs PayPal per phone call?
$5 per minute.
$5
Per minute.
per minute? So the data I got is between $6 to $8 per call. So
Oh, okay.
I may be wrong. That's data that I got. So looking at the chart we were looking at previously, with over 1.7 million phone calls a month, how much are we spending on all these phone calls? $10 to $14 million. That's a lot of money.
Wow.
How can we reduce that cost? It would be awesome if we can reduce even 10% of it. This is what I'm going to talk about today. Exactly just that. I work in a payment team, and therefore I'm more interested in the data within our payment teams. And we have all the customer support phone calls categorized by different areas. And I've identified that in the last 3 weeks, the phone calls coming from the payment team contribute to approximately 1/4 of all the phone calls within PayPal. Now, so let's look a little deeper. Among all these phone calls, I can further categorize them into 3 big categories. Category number 1, customer education. Meaning people calling to say, how does PayPal work? How do I add a credit card to my account? The second category is account assistance. I don't know, for some reason, I tried to add my credit card, but it kept saying there is error. Can you help me? So they need to call an agent to look into their account to find out what happened. And the third one is transactional, meaning payment-related questions or issues. For example, I sent $10 to my friend, and I don't know, somehow my friend said it's in pending state. What does that mean? Why is it pending? You know, I sent it last week. Why didn't my friend get it right away? Now, with all these knowledge, I'm going to show you the next graph, which is very interesting. These are the phone call breakup within the payment team. In payment teams, we have 4 different verticals: ASG, meaning architecture group,
Services.
application service group. Thank you. And the FinProd, financial products, which cover PayPal plus card, debit cards, and things like that. FinSys, financial system, which is the core of our financial system. GP is global platforms. So they cover international things as well as some other transactional items as well. And as you can see on the left y-axis is the actual number of phone calls, and on the right y-axis is the percent of these phone calls versus the total number of phone calls within PayPal. So as you can see, GP team contributes to 10% of the total PayPal calls. And there's an interesting trend to see. Looks like in GP and FinSys team, there are a lot of opportunities for them to improve the quality of the product and as a result, reduce the number of phone calls. Because most of them are about customer education and account assistance. If we make it easier to use PayPal, if we make it more intuitive and easier to understand, we can greatly reduce the number of phone calls in this area. Now, the next one is even more interesting. Do you know what are the top 10 phone calls in PayPal within the payment domain? Number 1 belongs to GP, account assistance. How do I add a credit card? How do I remove my credit card? And the number 2 is from financial systems group, account assistance. How do I add my bank account? These all seems very, very straightforward and easy, but yet they are among the top 10 reasons why customers call PayPal. Very interesting. How can we help as PayPal employees? The first thing I think is to try to understand the common issues with our customers. I have done a little bit of that by showing you some graph, but we can do more. There is an internal portal called the Voice of Customer. You just have to go to a browser and hit PPVOC, PayPal Voice of Customer. You will get to this very nice portal. You can listen to randomly select phone calls, and many of them are very, very interesting. And you can select the type of calls you're interested in listening to. And for example, these are like account-related questions. They have it in different languages. So if you know a language other than English, it may be interesting for you to listen to those too, knowing that not everybody knows what they're talking about. And then you can listen to live call. It's very, very easy. And I encourage every one of you to give that a try. What else can we do? Answer our customers' question. But wait, we're not in support. I never pick up any customer support phone call. How can I help our customers? We have another website called a PayPal Community Help Forum. It's paypal-community.com. You can select the domain you're most interested in. For example, I want to find out what kind of questions people have about our student account. And I click enter, and I see a lot of questions over here. And as you can see, the first one has a check mark and says solved. That means this question has been resolved and the person who posed the question is completely satisfied. I want to look at this one. 505 people have viewed this question, but no one has responded. Oh, looks like this person signed up for a PayPal student account back in December, and they are supposed to get $10, but they haven't received any money. And if you can see, each user have their unique user ID, and it shows you how many posts you have. And if someone is very helpful in helping you, you can give kudos to them. So there's a kudos rating over there, which I think is pretty cool. What else can we do? Suggest improvements to our products. This is a common issue we face. We Toastmasters face. Every 6 months when we renew our membership, we have to tell members, you can send your membership with PayPal, but please remember to click the personal tab when you do so, otherwise we'll be charged a fee. If it is that complicated, that difficult for even PayPal employees to understand how this works, how to send money without the recipient being charged a fee, there's always room for improvement. And as employees, I encourage you to step up and always suggest improvement to our products to make PayPal a better way to pay. Another suggestion is maybe we can have a live chat instead of phone calls. That may be cheaper, and many companies are doing that. And finally, online billing, like what student account have. They have in case you didn't know, they recently have implemented a very nice help page with the live demo and showing you exactly how things work, and they have a very nice way to break down how the fees are. With all the suggestions I have provided to you, will you join us? Yes. Mr. Toastmaster.